Hey guys, so I just came back from a little walk. It was probably the last video or one of the last few videos. Where is my lip gloss? I don't know where it is. I don't know, I always forget. I don't know, I feel like lip gloss does a lot. Anyway, so, because I put on makeup today, so I feel like I need to finish it up. Because I was talking for half an hour when I went for a walk, and the lip gloss evidently went away. So, I'm talking about, so, if you're watching this video, it's probably because I already posted another video that I made talking about a PhD. If you don't know what video I'm talking about, it's somewhere here down below or in the video cards or whatever. And it's fucking freezing here. Like, I want to make a video like looking properly, but also like it's so freaking cold. Like, I don't know. Like, I almost want to wear a fucking, a fucking blanket. I don't even know if I should put it on like this because I'm so fucking cold. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this. So, I was talking about a PhD that I was offered a PhD. Like, I was offered an idea. These are the Disney princesses, okay? Because you don't know what the pattern is. So, I look like the Virgin Mary, but this is, I don't know, this is where it's at. I don't know. It's so fucking cold. It's so fucking cold. So, I'm just going to wear this. And so, I was offered the opportunity to do a PhD, right? And in my last video where I talked about it, I said that I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want to go safe. I didn't want to play safe. And I wanted to pursue my dreams. Like, I wanted to get a normal job and pursue my dreams. Have time to pursue my dreams. But then I was thinking about it, and I was talking to my parents. And I don't know if it was a good idea or not. Like, thinking about it with my parents and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they say that you shouldn't listen to people whose dreams don't align with yours, like whose dreams are not yours. You know what I mean? You shouldn't listen to those people. But if you think about it, like, poverty exists and like being broke exists. Like, it's a thing. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to be broke. I was like, listen, if I get the funding to do a PhD, I would get paid. And it's a good amount of money. Like, I would be able to sustain myself with that amount of money. Do you know what I mean? And what if something happens to my parents? What if like something happens, I don't know, something like huge happens and then like suddenly my parents and I like get like broke and we don't get an income and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, at least I have this job, and you know what I mean? At least, I could help sustain the family with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you put yourself in the worst case scenario, like, this is a really good job and it's a really good opportunity and it's a pretty safe job, and you don't even have to do an exam like to be a professor like forever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they call them in the United States or anywhere else in the world, but it's like those exams that you do to get a job. Like, for instance, like being, you know what I mean? Like state, like public positions, you know what I mean? Like public jobs, you know what I mean? Like stuff that has to do with, like teaching and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like just public stuff, you know? And public, is that what you call it? Or like state stuff. I don't know. And I was like, this is a really cool opportunity for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's it's a fixed salary. I'm not gonna get fired. It's a pretty comfortable job in the sense that like I don't have to worry about whether the fact that I'm gonna get fired or not. I don't have to worry about like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's a good salary, and it's research, which is something that I love. You know what I mean? Like, out of all the, let's say, real jobs outside of entertainment, which is my dream, like, outside of all the dream jobs, like, that's the one that honestly appeals to me the most. Like, the idea of research and being a researcher appeals so much to me. Like, I like it so much. And being a professor, I'm not so excited about it. I'm not, like, I don't care. Like, lecturing people, like, I feel like I could have fun doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I could, like, put my personality in it. You know what I mean? Like, explain it in a way that I feel like it's best for, like, students or whatever. Like, do whatever the fuck I want. Because at the end of the day, you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I like that, you know? But at the same time, no, not at the same time. Like, at the same time, I'm like, well, I mean, teaching, I don't give a fucks. I don't give so much of a fuck about. But like, that would also be like in 2 years' time. So like, it's not even that much. And I don't know, it's a safe job, it's a good pay, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really comfortable job. Like, you can clock in whenever you want, you can leave whenever you want. Like, you're not forced to be there all the time. You can just work at home if you wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, I would work there, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I work better if I'm in a workplace and I'm not at home, because at home I tend to procrastinate more, you know? Like, it's a pretty comfortable job. Do you know what I mean? And like, I already know who I'm working with. You know what I mean? It's three professors actually. Well, four that I've had before, and I like all of them were nice. Do you know what I mean? and like the research team seems nice, and I'm interested, you know what I mean, because it's internationalization and like IND, like I think it was IND, right? Like research and development and stuff like that, you know what I mean, like it's management and like internationalization of companies. Like I love that, you know what I mean. Like there's so many things that I love, like related to business and stuff. There's so many things that I could be interested in researching, but like that's one of the things that I'm like, that's really cool, you know. So I said yes. They told me to send them an email by today, and I sent them the email. Well, I actually scheduled it. I sent it yesterday, but it was scheduled for today, for this morning. And I said yes, and they said that that's really cool, and they wanted me to, you know, to kind of figure out what papers like I have to, you know, to bring and stuff like that. I said this in another video. I think it was probably last video. I don't know. I don't know in what order I'm fucking posting them because I'm kind of batch filming them. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, I might not get the funding. One, because my English, as much as I speak English, it's not certified. Like I don't have a certificate that says this bitch speaks the English language, you know? And also my grades were not that good in the master's degree. So if there's people whose grades are higher than mine, and there's people whose English is certified and mine is not, like they're probably going to go before me. You know what I mean? Because there's like a limited amount of people who can get funded, like at a national level. So national level is like huge, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna get the funding. Like I'm not too hopeful about it, but what if I get it? Like if I got it, like it would be, listen, it's not my dream in life, so it's like, you know, I just go on, and that would kind of mean, like, I mean, I feel like both options, like both things that happen would make me happy, in the sense that like if I get the job, like it would be amazing because I don't have to worry about like financial stuff. For the most part, I wouldn't have to worry about it in principle, and I can just use my free time to pursue what I want, my dreams and my dream career, you know. And but if I don't get it, that's like fine, because I'm not like tied to that, you know what I mean? Like cuz contracts are so shitty right now, you know what I mean? Like you can get a job and you can lose it tomorrow. Like you know how the workplace is right now. You know how it be right now. So, you know, I would be free in a sense that, you know, I could be asking for jobs, getting a job, whatever, and then like, okay, I would be unemployed for a while and then looking for a job, then finding a job, you know what I mean? During the time that I'm unemployed, I could be working on this on social media. And when I have a job, I can just like leave my job, like just go home and like keep working on my social media, you know what I mean? Like I would use all of my free time to work on social media, you know what I mean? And it would kind of like set me free, in the sense of like all these contracts are shit and they're temporary. So do you know what I mean? Like I could work on my stuff, you know what I mean? And this like safe job, it would be like harder to leave, in the sense of like, you know what I mean? If something happens, I'm like, yeah, but I'm leaving this job that is like safe. Like, what if this thing doesn't work out? Like, this job was safe. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, all these jobs that are not safe and they're not forever or anything, it's easier to leave a job because you can always, like, leave this job, and then if something doesn't work out, you can get another one. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. So it's a sort of dilemma. So I like to see it as, like, okay, there's good sides to both options. So if I get the job, that's cool. If I don't get it, it's cool. Um, so yeah. Uh, so yeah, today was the first day I did my internship. That's why I'm dressed like this. If you watch the video where I talked about the internship, I'm outside walking, and it's no, talking on a bench, in case you want to. That's the thumbnail. And yeah, so I didn't want to post that video where I said no at the beginning, because I don't know how I should put my hair. I don't know. I didn't post that video at the beginning because I was like, what if like my professors find the video someday? What if, you know what I mean? What if they find out and they're like, oh, this bitch, like we shouldn't have endorsed her or sponsored her, you know what I mean? We should have looked for somebody else who really appreciates the job and whatever. Or like, oh my god, what did we just do? Or like, oh my god, she's laughing at us on social media, which was never my intentions. My intention is not to laugh at anyone. I thought that it was a good opportunity and I took it, and who knows if this social media thing is going to happen. So at least, you know, there's a saying, and my parents told me, there's a saying that goes like, if good luck finds you, if good luck finds you, it better find you with a job. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to be lucky, if you're going to get lucky, you better be lucky with a job. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly what it means, but basically what it means is that you need to have a job. Like whatever you're doing, like, okay, maybe you want to follow your dreams or whatever, but you need a job. You know what I mean? And I was never, like, my idea was never to, like, be unemployed and, like, not work anywhere and just, like, pursue social media 24/7, or, you know, 9 to 5, if that makes sense. Like, no, I was never going to do that. I was always going to, like, my idea was always to have a job, to get an income from a job, and then pursue social media. And then, hopefully, one day, do social media full time. But even if you make it really big on social media, it's not a safe job. Because, like, what if, like, one day everybody forgets about you? Nobody gives a fuck about who you are anymore. You need a job. And you need an education for that. You know what I mean? And I was never really convinced by this master's degree at all. Like, I was never convinced by doing it. I was always like, if my dream is to do social media, why the fuck am I doing a master's degree? You know what I mean? Like, I already have a degree. Like, why do I need a master's? Maybe to get a higher pay. Maybe to get more possibilities of getting employed. Like I said, higher pay. I don't know. And, yeah, just don't depending on other people. Also, like, who knows if this social media thing is going to work, and who knows if I make it, how big I'm going to make it, and for how long people are going to care about me. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I wish I was one of those channels that are like, no, pursue your dreams, and if there's a will, there's a way, or whatever. Yeah, but a lot of things don't depend on you. So, like, I feel like you always need to have a plan B. Maybe don't focus too much on the plan B. I feel like my mistake during the degree was the fact that I focused too much on it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I studied too much, maybe. But then if I hadn't studied as much as I studied, I would have probably not gotten this PhD opportunity, because you need a high grade to be eligible to do that, you know? So, I don't know. I feel like there's no, like, yes or no thing, a right or wrong thing. You know what I mean? I feel like they say, your 20s are to fuck it up. You know, your 20s are to try new things and to do different things. And I am willing to do different things. And whatever happens, whatever comes my way, I'm happy. And whatever doesn't happen, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I would obviously be really upset if I didn't get the funding for the PhD. But then it's also like, okay, it wasn't like my dream career anyway. So maybe somebody whose dream is really to be a researcher and a professor, like, they deserve it more than me. So yeah, it hurts, but yeah, it is the truth, and it would be fair in that case. Um, but I would like to get it, because out, like, from like, out of the jobs that are normal, like real jobs, like, I prefer research. Like, I find research really appealing, and I really like business. That's why I studied that shit, you know. And it's a safe job, and it's very flexible, as they said, as they told me. It seems to be flexible, and it seems to be pretty chill and pretty comfortable. So, like, it's the shit, you know what I mean? And I told my parents, like, if I didn't want to pursue entertainment, like, if that wasn't my dream, let's say my calling in life, I didn't tell them, like, my calling or whatever, but, like, I'm telling you guys, like, if I didn't feel like that was my calling, or like my dream, or like what I was put in this world to do, like, that would be the shit. Like, that would be, like, I would want to be that. I would want that job. It would be my dream to do that, you know? But they also said that, like, okay, what if you don't get the funding? They also said that it doesn't make sense to do a PhD if you don't get the funding. I mean, there's many, like, fundings that you can get. The one that I was applying to was, like, the best one. What if I don't get what if I'm not eligible for that one? I could probably apply to the other ones, but there's a deadline, and you can probably not apply to all of them. So, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if I don't get chosen, maybe I can, like, do it the following year. You know what I mean? Like, redo it. You know what I mean? Like, reapply. I don't know. Maybe I could do that. I don't know. But, I don't know. I'm just here to tell you guys that I changed my mind. And it's totally okay to change one's minds. You know what they say, wise people change their minds? Or something like that. And, yeah, it is wise to change your mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously not my dream job, and I'm going to pursue my dream job as hard as I can. That's why I'm making these videos every day. I'm shooting my shot every single day. And I'm going to keep trying. And I'm going to see if I can get the funding. And I'm going to keep you guys updated. If I get it or not. Whatever happens, I'll tell you guys. So, yeah, this was everything I wanted to say. It's been 14 minutes. I thought I've been yapping for longer. But that's everything that I wanted to say. You know, I already talked a lot about it in the other videos. So, yeah, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. And I'm going to have to put on my pajamas because it's really freaking cold. And I don't want to be looking like the Virgin Mary in a bunch of videos. So, yeah. I'll see you guys on the next video, which is tomorrow. So, see you there. Don't be late. See you there. Bye.